Hey friends, Paul C. Tumey from Erratic Press coming at you with another short bit from a Laurel and Hardy film that helps us appreciate and understand their comedy. This is from a 1934 short film called Thar Hills. And let's take a look at the scene and then we'll talk about it.
What do you think? We can't afford to buy one of those trailers.
We don't have to buy one. We could rent one. I know a fellow who's got one for rent, and we could get it for next to nothing. I bet if we paid cash, we'd get it less than that. What do you think about that?
We'll go right down and see it.
Well,
Help me down to the car.
isn't there any other way to help you down? My back's broken carrying you up and down these stairs.
That would be like you, to desert a friend in his hour of need. Come on, get her. I never saw anybody complain as much in my life. Take it easy. Oh, be careful.
Okay, there we go. So let's back this up a bit. There's so many fine points to this, and this scene is actually just sort of the preamble to the actual film, which takes place in a different setting, and is quite wonderful. Highly recommend it. Go back a bit.
Take it easy.
So, that's a funny place to pause it. Stan sets up the gag when he tells Ollie
To desert a friend in his hour.
that his back is, quote, broken from carrying him up and down the hills. Ollie, and you see a little glimpse of it here, Ollie has a gouty foot, and he's wearing the comically huge bandage that we saw in the previous film. I analyzed for you a stunt from it for you a week or two ago, the movie from 1929 called Perfect Day, in which Edgar Kennedy wears the gouty foot bandage. So Stan sets it up, right, by saying his back hurts, and that sort of foreshadows what's going to happen.
Come on, get her. I never saw anybody complain as much in my life.
That's
Take it
ad-libbing.
easy.
Now, it's hard to tell right here if this is who this is. Oh no, okay, here we go. Yeah, this is pretty clear. That is Oliver Hardy and Stan Laurel. Stan's actually carrying Ollie on his back. Stan was not as frail or as thin as he seemed to be, by the way. At times, he looks almost as plump as Hardy throughout their career. Of course, he got pretty thin in later years. Okay, so the suspender on the butt snapped. And now watch, there is a cut. Right, they're backing up again, which is kind of interesting. Why are they doing that? And we get a clear view of their. This is a very awkward cut. It's not smooth, is it? And if you look closely here, stunt players. That's not Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. That's not Stan Laurel's face. Although the body looks like it could be him. Of course, he's wearing the costume. So this stunt was done by stunt players, and they had to fall into the tub, fall backwards into the tub. Now notice we never really see the face of this stunt performer. And note what I want you to watch when he falls into the tub, how he uses his left arm to sort of block the face of this guy. Stunt performers are very skillful, of course, at hiding their faces, although in today's world you can use CGI, but they didn't have that back then. So into this little narrow tub they're falling. And this looks like a pretty dangerous stunt. If you hit it wrong, you might end up breaking a bone or breaking even your entire back. Could that be Charlie Hall? No, I don't know who that is. Now, the guy playing Stan does the classic comic take, which is called the fallback, where you fall on the ground on your back and then you lift your legs way high up. And he's actually going all the way over. And meanwhile, the guy underneath him is underwater and can't breathe. So that's interesting. And now we get the cut back to the boys. And again, the camera angle has shifted. And instead of seeing them from the side, we're seeing them from a point of view of straight on, and Stan's legs are in the fallback pose. And that's Oliver Hardy underneath him, under the water, not breathing. Again, what incredible trust these men went through. And of course, Stan is squirming on top of Ollie's body, which couldn't have been very comfortable. And we can see that is Oliver Hardy right there. And you know, the stunt doubles, it's not that important, is it? I mean, if you watch it, the scene takes, the stunt doubles are on the screen for about a second or maybe 2 seconds. And what really makes this is the acting of these guys, right? They are, especially the slow take afterwards. Look how Stan has composed himself here. Instead of flailing around and making a big deal out of it, they're bringing the energy way down, way down. So there's a kind of a dynamic to their comedy where it gets wild and then it gets calm again. See, that chair had to be there for a reason. This was all planned out. Stan sits on it and he composes his hands. And Hardy does his reaction. And now comes the joke of handing him a little tiny towel to dry off while he's soaking wet. And now Hardy picks up the bath brush and he's going to hit Stan on the head. And as we previously learned in a video, Stan did not like to be hit on the head because he felt like that was a, sort of like football players getting concussions. That was something that comedians could suffer, and he didn't want that. So if we back this up a bit, we see another great skillful performance, and we see that the brush never actually hits Stan. I'll go forward frame by frame. See, Oliver stops it before it hits his head. Pretty wonderful. All right, thanks.